Here's the thing, if you clicked on this video, you probably want to hop on TikTok or are already doing TikTok ads or TikTok organic for your brand, but you do not have a solid and automated stream of user-generated content creators coming at you and wanting to help you grow your brand. So in today's video, I want to show you how you can easily build your own in-house user-generated content creator network to be able to tap into these people at will and get unlimited UGC for your brand. I recently came across this tool called Incense. So think of that as the Upwork of finding user-generated content creators. So it's filled with vetted and professional content creators that have different expertises. Here's the thing with the regular TikTok creator marketplace. It's good. Yes, you can find a lot of creators from there, but there is a caveat. They're not vetted. You don't know who you're actually reaching out to. You don't know if they're actually good. Those are just stats from their profiles. So there's not a lot of authority built around these creators yet, and you kind of have to test your way through a couple creators before you can actually find a good one. Whereas if you go on Insense and take a look at their creator marketplace, you can already see that there's a lot of information for you to get on these creators. First of all, it gives you the option to fill out from Instagram or TikTok creators. So that way you can have people that have a specific expertise on either or of these platforms. So that's one thing. Then a little bit like the creator marketplace on TikTok, you have the location, so you can choose actually countries, but you could go as narrow as city with the Incense creator marketplace. So you could actually choose somebody from your local city as an example within the US or within the UK. They have creators across many different countries around the world, so it will also help you get somebody who's familiar with the type of audience you're trying to reach. Then, very similar to the TikTok creator marketplace, you can choose what type of category or what type of industry they're usually making content under. Gender, so same thing, female or male. Age, so basically what age of the creator you actually want to be, and or what age actually of the audience of these creators you want to be able to target. So let's say if you want to have unedited content from the creators themselves, then you can choose somebody who fits within your demographic. So basically you choose the creator age. Or if you want them to have basically give you a whitelisting license, which we're gonna get to in a second, to run Spark ads, then you can also choose the right demographics for their audience. So that way you're also gonna be able to target the right people within their audience demographic. So just change the camera angle as the main camera did not work anymore, but let's get back into things. So looking at a comparison of essentially the Insense dashboard for when you click on a creator and what the stats it's giving you versus the TikTok creator marketplace right here. So if you look at the TikTok creator marketplace, you get mostly stats about the user itself, so a little bit about their engagements, about their top posts, demographics, etc. Here it's limited basically to country or region, and that's about it. So pretty simple and top level view of the stats. Whereas if you go on Incense right here, you're gonna be able to see a lot more in-depth stats. So you obviously have the same thing when it comes to the location and the demographics, but you can see more stuff right here, like popular hashtags that creator can use, then the reachability, so how easy it is for them to reach their audience, gender split, then audience countries, and then let's say I just switched the creator right here because some creators have some more stats available, like that one right here is an example, like the popular ads that they've done, and also creator brand affinity. So what type of brands are they more likely to kind of reach their audience within the space? So that's very good, especially if you're trying to reach similar brands or if you're in a similar industry. It actually tells you what type of industry is that creator actually more likely to reach. Then it actually gives you a follower check. So basically how much of a percentage of that follower base is quote unquote real followers. This does not mean that the creator faked their followers. It's actually more, sometimes there's bots, on the platforms. There's actually people that can also bot other people's channels. So anyways, it just gives you a little bit more information about how much of the audience is actually quote unquote active and real. So you could also go as narrow as looking at your Shopify stats, seeing where most of your buyers coming from city-wise, and then you could actually pick creators based on the city of their audience. So once you find a creator that you like, you can just click on the plus icon at the top right, and then it'll actually add it to your creator list that you have here on the right. So from there, you can actually create a campaign from there directly. So what you could do is there's two ways that you can go about it. The first way is you go straight to their creator marketplace and actually find the creators that you like best. First, you add them to a list. then you make a campaign out of that, or you can make a campaign first with all the information about the type of influencer campaign you want to run or the type of content you want to acquire from these creators, and then you can invite creators over to that campaign. So if you go back to the dashboard view on Insense, you can actually see there's two options, as I just said, creating a campaign or going straight to the creator marketplace and then creating a campaign from there. So if you click on creating a campaign, it's going to allow you to fill a brief. So you can actually pick your brand. So basically you can import your brand, you add the campaign name, then you have a bunch of choices of campaign types. So they've thought through everything. So you can actually pick from if you want to have whitelisting license. So if you actually want to start running Spark ads from the campaigns that you're running with your creators. So if you want them to allow the little check on their piece of content on their side. So first of all, they need to post it on their profile, then to allow you to actually share that as an ad and promote it with your own ad account. So you can actually do that straight from the brief that you actually send these creators, or you can just go for just content right here. So again, you have the choice. Then you add what type of creative that you want. So you choose if it's a video or photo. So most of the time it's going to be videos, especially if you're going to do TikTok. So from there, if you want them to post it or not, if they post, basically what type, again, so you can choose whether or not you want them to post it, the video length, if it's just raw footage, ready to use ad, or both. So if it's a ready to use ad, you can actually pick if they want if you want music or not, then the content type, then brief them on what exactly they should do, what should they avoid, swipe file examples, so references of, as an example, what the competition might be doing, or examples you might have on deck of really what you want to achieve with that campaign. So once this is done and live, essentially you just send out that campaign over to influencers, and then you kind of wait for them to respond back over to you. So similarly to Upwork, where you create a job description, a job brief, then you can invite people over to that job brief, and then you wait for them to reply back to you. It's pretty much the same thing on Insense. You actually create your brief, and then you send it to a couple people you think might be interested or that actually might be a fit with your brand, and then you wait a couple of hours. Some creators actually are very fast at responding. You might get responses within 5 minutes in some cases. Others might take a couple of hours. Some others might take a couple of days. So anyways, you send it out there and then you wait for them to get back to you. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If you hop on one of their plans, you're actually gonna have a customer success manager paired with you, and they can actually place and invite creators directly to your campaign. So their team on their end can actually pick creators that they think would be a good fit for the type of campaign description that you actually posted. So you're also gonna have their help to help you make sure that you get placed as soon as possible with creators. Now, let me show you an example of one of these campaigns in action. So I got this campaign live actually, so an Incense holiday campaign. So looking at that, I can see there's 27 creators within my campaign. There's 1.3 million total followers right here, and there's 10.4K in terms of overall budget allocated between these 27 different creators. So once you have a campaign up and rolling, you can actually see right here, there's a wait list of 52 creators. So meaning that there's 52 creators who've also been invited to that campaign and they have yet to respond. You can see at the top that this is an Instagram campaign. And if I click on more actions and open the brief, you can actually see what was the brief that was sent over to these creators. So it's an Instagram campaign. We're gonna pay them in money. Our price range is all the way up to $200 that we want to pay per content piece that we receive. We're actually gonna be shipping the product over to these influencers. Then a little bit of information about our brand, in this case, Insense. Then what type of video are we requesting from them? We also want them to post it to their Instagram reel. So basically there's 2 video pieces right there. Then do's and don'ts, the caption that we want them to post, the requirements right here. So it's a vertical video, posted to reels, no music, and we want them to send us the unedited asset as well as a ready to use video. And then by default, the technical requirements that Insense kind of puts on all campaigns, which is to have high quality videos, make sure that it's the most natural light as possible, and to have an appropriate background. Once you start inviting creators and then you actually get into a conversation with them, this is the UI that you're gonna see. So this is the messaging UI that you get when speaking with creators. So as an example, we've invited that creator to our campaign. And we see right here, I think it would be an amazing fit for this project. Looking forward to working with you. Then we asked her, if she could send us some examples of their previous work. She said yes. And then we're like, all right, perfect. We want to work with you. And then she's like, awesome. And then very quickly afterward, like basically just a couple hours afterwards, we actually got their piece of content back right here. So let me go ahead and mute that real quick. You can actually click play on it, and then you're gonna see the video right here play. So it's very easy. You can actually see straight in the chat what is going to be the preview of that video. You can actually also download the original on your end to view the full high quality video. If you want them to do any revisions, this is where you can ask them to do so in the chat, or you can just let them know, hey, this is good, and then that's it. it's the end of your campaign. Then this is an example right here of a new creator. So if we start talking with this creator right here, and then we're like, all right, this seems like a good creator, we want to start working with them. So on the left, you see the offer price that they've actually pitched us. So what could be done right here, if we need to negotiate, we can actually kind of have a bit of a back and forth chat right there. But if we're cool with the pricing that they've offered, again, keep in mind that the creators actually already know before even applying what is your price range. So usually they will not apply if it's something outside of your budget. So looking at that right here, they've offered something within their budget, and then you can go just basically click on top up and higher. You pick the amount, so as an example right here, the amount that they've suggested, which is $100. You input your credit card, you go top up, and then once this is done, you've officially quote unquote hired that person on this end, and then it'll prompt you to send them more instructions about getting them started right here. And as you can see right here, the current shipment information is hidden, but it would actually unlock this shipment information so that way we can directly send over the product to that creator. So I personally love Insense for a lot of different reasons. I mean, there's a lot more stats that you would have with the regular TikTok creator marketplace. You can go a lot more narrow with the type of creators you want to get for your brand. It's also very easy to how to communicate with these creators, and they're all vetted. So it's a very trustworthy platform also for you to hop on and make sure that you're not gonna get into any bad partnerships with creators like it could possibly happen on the TikTok creator marketplace. They have a couple different plans. Honestly, they have the trial month, which I strongly advise that you start with. This is just for 1 month. There's no commitment. Every other of their plans has a minimum commitment of 3 months. Basically, you can advertise. If you're just one brand, then honestly, the trial month, again, is very good for you to start with. If you're an agency or you have more than one brands under your umbrella, then you can go for one of their more advanced plans. Usually, again, that's why it's the most popular. A lot of people go with that one because they only have one brand, right? There's an e-commerce owner. They just want to advertise for themselves, and they want to have unlimited campaigns per month. So what does that give you? It's basically access to their platform, access to all of their tools, and access to their creators like you've seen here. But it does not account for any of the creator fees that you're gonna have to pay for each creator. I usually say on average, you gotta think about, having anywhere between 1 to 2K per month that you set aside for creator fees if you wanna have enough content for your campaigns. Because from that, with 1 to 2K per month, you can actually get about 10 to 20 pieces of original content per month from these guys. If you request the raw footage for all of them, then you can actually edit these assets on your end and turn them into a bunch of different variations. So Insense is actually sponsoring today's video and gave me a link to give you, again, to benefit from that 10% off any of their available plans on their website. So what we've started to do at the agency is we have our own network of creators, and we've used tools like Incense in the past to actually get some more creators for our brands. And we get, as I just mentioned right here, about 10 to 20 original pieces of content per month for our clients. And from there, we have an in-house editing team that will actually turn these original pieces of content. So we get the raw footage from the creators, and we'll turn them into 3 to 5 different variations of these content pieces, giving us upwards of 40 to 50 pieces of content per month at the very minimum. So all of our clients pretty much get automated UGC, and they can post on average 1 to 2 pieces of content a day on TikTok, same thing on Instagram Reels, and we get to use all of that content to propel their ads. Now, if you're an e-commerce brand or store owner making at least $20,000 to $30,000 a month with your brand, I invite you to click on the second link in the description down below and book in a very short demo call with our team. On that call, we'll take a look at your brand and see if you're a good fit for one of our e-commerce marketing programs and help you scale with ways like automated UGC system, TikTok ads, or omni-channel marketing. If not, worst comes to worst, we'll just leave you with a free action plan to implement on your own. On that note, make sure you check out other videos on the channel for some more useful e-commerce marketing tips, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.